What if the person you are aching for right now isn't a mistake? What if they aren't your destruction, but your resurrection? You didn't find this video by scrolling. This video found you. Because if you are a woman who loves someone in secret, if your heart is tangled in a connection that logic tells you to walk away from, but your soul refuses to release, you are not having an ordinary affair. You are in the middle of a divine interruption. If you've been waking up at 3:33 a.m. thinking about them, if you feel guilty because you are spiritually committed to one person but energetically consumed by another, stop beating yourself up, because here at Mind Manifestor, we don't shame the soul's journey. We decode it. By the end of this video, you will understand exactly why the universe drew you into this forbidden pull. You will see whether this is a karmic trap or a twin flame catalyst. And most importantly, you will know the one sign that confirms this affair isn't breaking you, it's birthing you. If your soul just whispered finally, this is the kind of content we create. Hit subscribe right now, because the next thing I'm about to tell you, your algorithm will try to hide it. Stop for a second. Let me tell you about a woman named Elena. Elena is 34. She has a good life, a stable partner, a home that looks peaceful on Instagram. But 6 months ago, she met a man at a coffee shop. They didn't exchange numbers. They barely spoke. But when their eyes met, Elena felt like lightning hit her sternum. That night, she dreamt of his hands. She didn't even know his name, but her soul knew his scent. Elena is not a cheater. She is not broken. But she started hiding her phone. She started making excuses to drive past his work. And she cried in the shower, not out of lust, but out of confusion. Because she asked the universe, why would you show me my reflection when I'm already committed to someone else? If that question haunts you, keep watching. Most people think a twin flame is just a really intense soulmate. No, a soulmate feels like home. A twin flame feels like war. Elena didn't just like this man. She felt exposed around him, not because he was cruel, but because his presence mirrored every place she had abandoned herself. This is the truth they don't tell you about the divine affair. Your twin flame is not sent to complete your love story. They are sent to detonate your false self. So if you are in a relationship right now, but you feel this magnetic pull toward another, do not shame yourself into silence. The universe is not punishing you, it is waking you up. Comment if you have ever Googled, why can't I stop thinking about someone who isn't mine? Here is the spiritual truth. When you meet your twin flame, something deep inside you recognizes them. It is not lust, it is cellular recognition. But here is the part that hurts. If you are currently in a karmic relationship, a safe, comfortable, but soul-stifling partnership, and your twin flame appears, your body will literally go into withdrawal because the karmic partner feels like medicine. Stable, predictable, but your twin flame feels like oxygen, and you didn't even know you were suffocating. Elena described it like this: loving my husband felt like a warm blanket. Loving my twin feels like standing in a hurricane. And for the first time, I'm not afraid to get wet. This is the part most people skip. Don't. Most spiritual teachers will tell you, just surrender, just let go. But that feels impossible when your chest burns for them at 2 a.m., doesn't it? So let me give you a frame that will save your sanity. Your twin flame is not your next relationship. Your twin flame is your spiritual operating system update. And here is the brutal, beautiful truth. The universe brought them in while you were unavailable, not to torture you, but to teach you the difference between attachment and soul alignment. If you can feel the pull of your twin flame and still choose to heal yourself before choosing them, that is the ascension. Elena stopped the physical affair, but she was still cheating spiritually, cheating herself out of her own truth. And until she admitted that, the affair was just a symptom. The real issue was her fear of being alone with her own power. Sign #1, the phantom presence. Have you ever felt someone sit beside you when no one is there, Here is the spiritual explanation. When twin flames share a deep connection, their energy fields merge, especially during rest. You are not imagining them. You are experiencing what many call a dual presence. They aren't haunting you. They are reaching for the version of you that is brave enough to step into your own light. Sign Shav 2. The time slips. Elena told me, every time I'm with my twin, 3 hours feels like 10 minutes. But when we're apart, one day feels like 1 year. Why this happens? Twin flame connections exist outside of ordinary emotional time. This isn't obsession. This is two souls remembering something ancient. Elena once drove 45 minutes just to be near his part of the city. She sat in her car, didn't text him, didn't see him. But her nervous system calmed just being in his energy field. Comment timeless, if time bends when you think of them. Sign #3, the telepathic overflow. You'll be washing dishes, and suddenly you know they are sad, or you'll be falling asleep and you hear their voice say a random word, and the next day they text you that exact word. This is the clearest sign of a twin flame connection. Karmic connections require words. Twin flames require only intention. If you are experiencing telepathic conversations, arguments, apologies, you are not crazy. You are conduits for each other's growth. Sign Shav 4. The runner-chaser polarity shift. In a normal, complicated relationship, one person chases and one person runs. But in a twin flame divine affair, you both run and you both chase. Just in different dimensions. Elena blocked her twin on social media, but she wrote his name in her journal every night, while he showed up at places she frequented, but said, "We can't do this," every time they were face to face. Why? Because the divine affair isn't about getting together right now. It's about becoming whole enough to handle the real connection. Sign #5, the unjustified jealousy. Lean in. This is the sign that confirms it's a twin flame and not just lust. You are not jealous of their partner. You are terrified that their partner will never push them to grow. You are frustrated that someone else gets the comfort of their presence while you are doing the soul work at 4 a.m. The hidden meaning. Your jealousy is showing you where you still believe you are not chosen. Once you heal that, the jealousy dissolves, and that is when real movement begins. Most people never understand this part. Most people think the universe is cruel for bringing a twin flame into their life when they're already in a relationship. But here is the deeper perspective. If you are in a karmic relationship and your twin flame appears, the universe is not asking you to blow up your life. It is asking you, are you going to stay in the parking lot of safety or step into the unknown of your true self? The divine affair is a mirror. Everything you crave in them is everything you have abandoned in yourself. Elena craved her twin's freedom. She had built a life with a man who controlled her schedule. Her twin was an artist who lived on his own terms. She didn't want his lifestyle. She wanted the courage to stop shrinking. Type redirect if you are currently in separation and it hurts. Right now, you might not be speaking. They might have called this dangerous. They might have said, this is wrong. And you are sitting in the wreckage wondering if you imagined the whole thing. You didn't. Separation in a twin flame connection is spiritual recalibration. If you stayed together right now in this unhealed state, you would overwhelm each other. Not because you're bad, but because unhealed twin flames are emotionally radioactive. The universe separated you so you could detox. Elena's twin went silent for 4 months. She grieved every day for the first 6 weeks. But by month 3, she started painting again. She made a life decision, not for her twin, for herself. And the moment she did, he reached out and said, I felt that. I'm proud of you. Here is the revelation that will either free you or challenge everything you believe. On the deepest level of your soul's journey, you and your twin have an agreement. We will wake each other up, even if it looks messy. even if it costs us comfort, even if it forces us to be honest about who we truly are. We will not let each other stay asleep. That is why you can't shake them. That is why you feel guilty but alive. You are not betraying your current life. You are being called back to yourself. Does that mean destroy everything tomorrow? No. It means stop calling your twin a mistake. They are your mirror, your catalyst, your mission. Write this down. In a twin flame connection, never force a physical consummation just to validate the bond. Because if you come to them from a place of lack and desperation, the energy will short-circuit. Elena made this mistake. The physical was transcendent, but the next morning, he looked at her with fear, not because he didn't want her, but because he could feel her need to be chosen. Twin flames are deeply empathic. If you come from lack, they will distance themselves. You must reach the place where you can honestly say, I don't need you to complete me. I am whole. And if we come together, it will be as two complete people, not as someone searching for their missing half. If you've made it this far, your soul is hungry for this truth. Subscribe to Mind Manifestor. We post the spiritual insights your algorithm won't prioritize. Step 1. Stop checking their last scene. Stop analyzing their stories. Write this down. In a twin flame connection, never force a physical consummation just to validate the bond. Because if you come to them from a place of lack and desperation, the energy will short-circuit. Elena made this mistake. The physical was transcendent, but the next morning, he looked at her with fear, not because he didn't want her, but because he could feel her need to be chosen. Twin flames are deeply empathic. If you come from lack, they will distance themselves. You must reach the place where you can honestly say, I don't need you to complete me. I am whole. And if we come together, it will be as two complete people, not as someone searching for their missing half. If you've made it this far, your soul is hungry for this truth. Subscribe to Mind Manifestor. We post the spiritual insights your algorithm won't prioritize. Step 1. Stop checking their last scene. Stop analyzing their stories. Every time you check their social media, you are sending a signal to the universe that says, I don't trust the process. Instead, do this. Every time you feel the urge to reach out, light a candle and say out loud, I call forward my highest self. I release the illusion of separation. What is truly for me will not pass me. That is the shift. This is practical. Do not skip this. For 7 days, you are going to stop consuming them and start becoming more yourself. Day 1-2. Write down every quality you admire in your twin, their confidence, their freedom, their way of living fully. Day 3-4. Embody one of those qualities every single day. If they are brave, you speak up somewhere you've been silent. Day 5-6. Release the attachment to outcome. Say, I love this connection, but I am not waiting for it. Day 7. Do something they love, alone. Listen to their music, cook their comfort food. Just for you. Why does this work? Because you stop orbiting them, and you become someone worth returning to. Comment letter if you are ready to release the outcome. Grab your journal, write a letter to your twin flame, but you are not sending it. Here is the template. I honor our connection. I release the identity of the affair. I stop seeing you as forbidden, and I start seeing you as my teacher. I am no longer waiting for you to choose me. I choose myself. And when you are ready for my wholeness, you know where to find me. Burn it, bury it, or place it under your pillow for 3 nights. That letter is not for them. It is for your nervous system. It tells your body the chase is over. The receiving has begun. Here is the mistake that destroys everything. Do not tell your current partner about the twin flame until you have done the healing. Why? Because a partner who feels threatened will panic. And that panic creates more confusion, not clarity. You don't need to confess the attraction to feel free. You need to confess the disconnection you've been feeling from yourself. Tell your partner, I have been feeling disconnected from who I really am. I need to do some healing. That is the truth, and it is enough. The moment you heal the void that led to the pull, the affair either dissolves because it was never meant to be permanent, or it ascends because it was always leading you somewhere real. You will know which one, because your body will stop shaking. Remember Elena? She burned the letter. She stopped driving past his office. She started dancing in her kitchen alone. 3 months later, she was in a bookstore, and she felt that familiar pull before she even looked up. Her twin was standing there, but this time, he didn't feel forbidden. He felt familiar. He said, "I don't want to be your secret anymore. I don't want to be your affair. I want to be your witness." And Elena smiled. Not because she finally got him, but because she finally got herself. She said, "I know. But first, let me take you on a proper date. No hiding, no guilt. Just two people who woke up. So here is your truth. The divine affair was never about breaking a vow. It was about breaking the lie that you are too much to love. Your twin flame did not ruin you. They returned you to yourself, and whether they stay or go, whether you reunite next week or in 5 years, you are no longer asking, "Do they want me?" You are finally asking, "Do I want the version of myself that exists when I'm near them?" And the answer is yes. Yes, if you felt this video was meant for you, type their initial if you are ready to stop hiding and start healing. If this reached something in you, hit the like button. Consider it your moment of acknowledgement. And if you are done with surface-level love advice, if you want the raw, honest, deeply spiritual truth of twin flames, subscribe to Mind Manifestor. Turn on the bell, because the next video is called Why Your Twin Flame is Afraid of Your Glow Up, and you'll want to watch that one before bed tonight. I'll see you in the comments. The affair is over. The union has begun.